Crown daisies are my most favorite plants to grow. They grow so quickly, they produce so many flowers, their season is so long, and they're pretty much maintenance free. Hi, this is Ruchi, and let's talk about how to grow crown daisies from seeds. By the way, you may have noticed that I not only talk about how to grow plants, but I actually show you the growth at every stage. And that means that it takes me months to prepare one video. For example, for this crown daisy video, it took me 6 months. But I feel it is really important that you see every stage of the plant, and when you do it yourself, you can relate to it. So crown daisies, as I said, are a prolific flowering plant. You grow them once, and then as they mature, produce flowers and seeds. Next season you will see those seedlings growing everywhere. In any case, I saved the seeds, so I'll show you how you can use those seeds to grow the plants. So you take any planter with general purpose potting soil mix, you scatter the seeds on top of it and cover it lightly with soil. The planter should have good drainage so that any excess water drains away, and also the depth at which you want to plant the seed is about 4 times the size of the seed. So these seeds are decent size, so maybe half an inch of soil on top of it is good. Water the container thoroughly and keep misting it. Leave it out because I'm planting it in fall because they bloom in late winter or early spring. So in fall the weather is pretty good outside. It's probably 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the daytime and 50 to 60 degrees at night time. So I'm going to leave it outside. I'll keep misting it. The seedlings will start to grow in 1 to 2 weeks, and after that you have to make sure that you keep the soil moist because otherwise the seedlings will dry very easily. And you want to keep it in partial sun, because if you keep it in shade then the seedlings will become leggy. If you keep it in direct sun and if the sun is harsh, then the seeds will wilt away and die. So you have to be very careful when taking care of the seedlings. And within 4 to 6 weeks they'll develop true leaves, and probably they'll be about 3 to 4 inches tall, and that's when you can transplant them. I have a bed in which I had grown them last time, and you can see that the seedlings are already growing in that because the seeds scattered last time. In another bed I did transplant them. So basically you take out the seedlings and plant them in your container or garden bed. So there are 3 things that you have to take care of when you are doing the transplant. One is that always do it in the evening so that they are not hit by direct sun right after the transplant. Second, they should be at least 3 to 4 inches tall, and they should have true leaves, otherwise they are too young. And the third thing is that you have to acclimatize them. Suppose you were growing the seedlings indoors and now you plant them outdoors, suddenly they'll get a shock and they may die because they're really tender. I didn't have to do that because they were growing outside and I was just transplanting them outside. But as I said that it takes me months to produce the videos. I accidentally deleted that video in which I was doing the transplant, but you can see that here I transplanted the plants. And then you just don't need to do much. You just need to make sure that the soil stays moist. Maybe once a week you need to water it, and just wash the plants. And it is important that don't overwater it, otherwise the plants will not grow that well. Now of course in winters or in late fall the seedlings are not going to grow too much because that's not the season when they grow, but they will develop good root system. And when the winter is almost finishing or the spring is coming, you will see that a lot of buds will start to appear and your plants start to produce flowers early on. You can also plant this in springtime maybe start the seeds indoors in winters and then plant it outside in springtime, but then you will get flowers in late spring. So for me, they started blooming in late winter, or actually mid-winter. Some of the flowers were blooming in January itself. And then it is really important that you deadhead these plants. So whenever the flowers are spent, you just pinch them off. That promotes more blossoms. And also these make excellent cut flowers, and that keeps the plant also in shape. So you can see the plants are about 2.5 feet tall, and they can grow even taller, and then they start flopping. So you cut about 10 inches from the top along with flower. Use the flowers indoors in water. They'll stay fresh for at least 4 or 5 days. So that is the good part I like about these. And your plants will stay short, and they'll not flop over, and they'll produce more branches. So they'll become fuller, they'll become bushier. So that is also a good thing. And towards the end of the season, meaning in early fall, and when you start to see that now it is not producing that many flowers, you can leave a few flowers on the plant and let them dry, and then collect seeds from it, and that you can use in the next season. Although in general you don't need to do that, because wherever you are growing these plants, they'll produce seedlings next year all by themselves. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.